By the way, look at that weekly, dude. That's insane. I love it. I love it.
Like, this is why. And I even said it. I was like, if you're listening to this macro little analysis, I was like, don't trade this. This is fun. This is fun to do. This market's a beast. And it
Yep.
did it. It turned exactly around.
Yep. It's
Exactly.
literally, you said it. I remember hearing in the stream yesterday, like, yeah, you're like, "Yeah, it looks like it's kind of getting like, yeah, it looks like it has potentially some upside, but it definitely looks like it's getting ready to dump a little bit here." And like, boy, did it ever. It was perfect.
Huh. Eastern Standard Time, 9:30 a.m. What happened at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time? Oh, yeah, the traditional markets. So pop over here. Pop up on little spy here. There you go. Right. The thing was, though, I was watching pre-market and I was like, okay, I was like, you're going to rebound. But as soon as I saw the candle, I was like, okay, here we go. I saw this tight range, right? Immediately, a couple of rejections off the top side of the 68.3 and a dump down to the middle of the new monthly range that they just got. Closed at the bottom of the 68.3, but definitely came down. And all those candles closed right on that monthly range. The weekly's been tested, the monthly's been tested, the SPY go deeper. I mean, what the hell's going on? Right? This is very unusual behavior, in my opinion. Something's going on. This is little tomfoolery. There's some fuckery going on. Solana, the whole network goes down today, and then Bitcoin really started dumping. That was real interesting. But Solana was dumping. It's like, how are people trading if the network's down? I mean, it was. Uh,
Centralized tokens, man. Centralized tokens.
yeah.
Funky things can happen.
Yep.
For
Sure.
sure.
So that was a good rebound.
Yeah.
Almost got back up to even on the day, but that tight daily range, man,
Yeah.
that's like a little force field right there.
Yeah.
Didn't even get close to it. I was telling MJ earlier, you get too close to the sun, you'll get burned. Get that price action. Whoa! No, 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 no. So this is going to be real interesting to see what happens. I'm not going to lie. Macro for SPY, I mean, there's a lot of support right here, volatility wise. So we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. I mean, if this thing dumps out below here we go. That's all right. But may the party continue to the downside. Pretty interesting. Indeed. Crazy. Back on Bitcoin. That's right when the dump happened. SPY rebounded. Bitcoin, not so much. Got stuck down about right around the 1 SD, then literally dumped. Where did the wick of the day go to? God, so it gets tiresome showing our charts over and over and over and over again. And people just deny and deny and deny. We're crying out loud. So we got this tight weekly range. This is the problem. When you get a range like this, when you get a tight new weekly range like that, and right, you get a tight monthly. Right now, look at this price action. We're in between a tight monthly and a tight weekly. This could be hella volatility right here. This thing can just rip up and down in here. This is an important area to watch. Bitcoin starts closing below this weekly, you're going to see some lower numbers probably. But this is exactly what happened. Such a tight range like that, you got to put a lot, this data set has got to put a lot of distance between itself and that weekly range. It's a fucking magnet, man. Right back. The bears are like, all right, let's test these bulls. Well, obviously they kicked it up from there, but hey, man, it's not looking very strong. I'll tell you that. Right now, going into the opening there, it's already diving. Whoops. Yeah, daily's above. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens at this weekly range. If this isn't defended, oh, it's gonna go down. So then we can look over here. Now I was even talking about it. I was like, log return Z-score all the way up here, 95% confidence interval. All these highs, the returns oscillator was creating lower highs. Guys, look what's going on right now. The returns oscillator is heading up. These last 4-hour candles to the downside, the returns oscillator has been heading up, and it's coming off of a ton of hidden bull divergence. I mean, multiple stabs. If this ends up being a bottom on the 4-hour here, this ends up being a bottom. There's not a bottom yet, but there is. The returns oscillator is already kicked. It's right above at the close. It's right above the zero mean. There's a bunch of hidden bull. Is price action going to follow the returns now? I got a great setup I'm really liking on these fishers. Right, using all four. We got a little something going on here. I was working with earlier. It's pretty powerful. Look at the massive outlier on the 4-hour. All right, crazy. The downside. Look at these 4-hour outliers. Just incredible in itself. So let's see, going into this new day, what's up with the 90-minute? Yeah, man, I mean, we got a bull div, but obviously right now it's building hidden bear. And these fishers are pretty far down. I am going to put the mean back in here. I'm not going to put the deviation bands. The deviation bands squish the fishers down. I like to see them. I really like to see them at their full potential, to really see what's going on with them. Because the way I've got this structured, it tells a pretty good story. And obviously, we love Fisher. Fisher transforms price action into normal distribution. We like that. Yes, we do. I mean, this log return Z scores all the way bottomed out. Obviously, there was bull div, but it's building the hidden bear. Do we just go sideways? All right. Then do we get another bounce? Do we close a 90-minute candle a little lower and get a bounce off the zero mean? Create another stab of bull div? Who knows? This is all things that we need to be watching. But obviously, this is just setting up, right? If I'm going into an intraday trading, I'm trying to figure out which way is this thing moving today. 4-hour, 90-minute, 45, and 15. I'm set. I know. Jesus, when I jump back into Shark Tank, I'm going to be rusty. I'm just like anybody else, man. I haven't actively traded. I mean, it's working on 3 months now, right? It's not like I can't read the indicators and do all that. But when you're trading, hello.
Yeah, it's a different flow.
Ease back into it.
Yeah.
You got to get a groove, right? You get in the zone, just like anything. I don't care what it is. You get in the zone at some point. You will get in that zone. It's beautiful. So anyway, yeah, 90-minute. This thing's definitely looking like a bottom on the 90-minute. But you know how Bitcoin is. That's why I don't like to talk about macro too much. I do because it's fun. Everybody wants to hear about macro. But I don't care who you are. You think you're going to get a read on this macro environment in this volatile asset, you're not thinking right. Not thinking right. I just play around. Like I said, when I go into that day of trading, I'm looking at the 4-hour, 90-minute, 45-minute, and the 15-minute chart while I'm having coffee, while pre-market traditional market's going on. And I'm watching SPY, watching NASDAQ. I want to see what's going on pre-market. And take a look at what's building on Bitcoin's on especially right before open. I want to see what's happening on the 15-minute and the 5-minute. And I'm going to get those entries on that 5-minute. Right now, the 15-minute, I mean, not looking strong. Volatility's crushed after this day of just downside, right? Nothing but just trend to the downside. 15-minute, almost all day was trending. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, you can see right before 4:30, right before market open, you got that variance real low. You got that everything was basically saying, okay, ready to move now. Sure enough, 4:30, boom, whatever, 9:30 a.m. US Eastern time.
Ah, and I point that out. There you go. And there's what happens.
Exactly.
Here's what happens, right? At traditional market open.
Yeah, and you can see it on like a whole bunch of indicators right at 4:15, like it was getting ready. You had that tiny little, very compressed candle because the returns were just like, yeah, we're ready to go elsewhere now. boy, did they go elsewhere. Yeah.
Why am I on the wrong time frame? Or this got me set up. This chart is on yeah, Pacific time. What you doing, man?
Trending
Come on.
low on EPP and everything. Just
I'm not out there anymore. There we go. Much better.
yeah.
Screws me up. Yeah, I mean, you immediately start having an outlier. Variance starts having an outlier right before when all of it's going on.
Yeah.
The log return Z-score on the
Yeah.
15-minute is up in those higher confidence intervals.
Yeah.
Every time, in the whole time. Ba, 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 ba. Get all
And
the
you're flashing on the entropy right there.
Yeah.
Flashing on the EPP.
Oh yeah, big time.
Like right at the same time. Like coincidence? I think not. This is perfect.
Yeah, that entropy just whoop.
Yep.
So 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean all day long. All day long in 5 minutes, there's all kinds of tricks.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
So, if I'm there pre-market and I'm evaluating those 4 time frames, guarantee I would have been max using my entire account trading on those downside scalps. And look at it. I mean,
Yeah.
it just predominant outliers to the downside. Easy trades. Especially if you're just going for $100 a clip, 150, $200 a clip. God, it's like taking candy from a baby. When you it really is. You just got to take your profit. That's what this kind of trading's all about. You're not getting in a trade to sit in it. You are scalping that shit. You are taking that quick profit. And if you're trading a 5-minute chart, who knows how many trades you're getting today? If you're a Vigilant, oh my God, you start getting addicted to it. And hell, you sit at the computer 12 hours a day. It's not good, not very healthy, but you do get in that zone sometimes. Time flies when you're just in and out of trades.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you've had 15 trades on the 5-minute chart. And say you took $150 profit on each clip. Do the math. I mean, what the hell? You just had fun, sat at your computer all day, you're your own boss, and you made $15, $16, $1,700. Who knows? If you're trading with one Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's why this market is set up so well to trade volatility. This is what all of these YouTube jimmies out there don't tell the people, right? They're trying to teach people how to swing trade. You don't swing trade volatility. Go swing trade Forex. Jesus. You don't swing trade volatility. This is why everybody always gets wrecked. Because they're teaching them how to just get into positions and sit in them. Just set your stop loss. You'll be okay. Where's that next fib level at? Where's that yellow 21? Where are we going to take this profit? You're clueless as hell. You know nothing about the distribution, price action volatility ranges. Pretty much this chart in a nutshell that I can show a million times over, just hitting levels to the dollar. The 4-hour and the daily distribution levels are so damn powerful. Again, too, halfway through the day, right? Bitcoin was literally just traversing in the 4-hour 68.3 range. And then right when traditional markets open up, whoop, 95.4 Laplace move pretty much. I mean, it went to the center of the weekly range to the dollar. I mean, look at that beautiful wick, for crying out loud, right to it. But the 95.4 was right there, 95.4% chance. This data set is not going to close the day below here. The probabilities are so powerful. We know it. We all know it. It's trying to get everybody else to realize, hey man, you've been in a cult. If you make your way here, stick it out. Put in the effort. Learn how to trade volatility. And within a year's time, your mind will be blown.
I think it's within a much shorter period of time that people's minds are blown, but within a year's time they got a really good handle on what to do with it. But yeah, it's so mind blowing.
It is a lot of information.
Yeah,
Overwhelming. But that's how we roll, man. So
yeah,
just realize, especially the founding six of this Discord. I mean, Jesus, we've been diving in and out of this stuff for years now, grabbing as much information as possible. So you can just cram it down your throat if you want, and just there's a lot of stuff to chew on.
yeah.
That is for sure. At one time, I was like, man, we got too many channels. We got to get rid of a bunch of channels. And I'm like, well, what are we going to do with all the shit that's in the channels? I guess we need all the channels. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. So anyway, Bitcoin, huh? Oh, Bitcoin. Ah, man, I'll tell you what, this is I respect this asset. It's a beast, man. It is a beast. It started running for my target up there at the second standard deviation on the weekly. It was about $900 shy. And right now, this is going to be interesting to see what happens because whole move, right? Retrace the whole move. We're above this tight weekly range. Does this hold right here? Does that weekly range hold? Do we bounce out of there? And that's when, I'm on the other chart. I'm looking for lower time frame trend changing divergence, specifically on the 4 hour. The 90-minute, 45, you're going to start seeing it there building up, slowly building up right here, right? These little moves you're seeing. I mean, this is just building up div. Building up, building up. It'll build on the 15, the 45, the 90, and then we'll start getting it on the 4 hour. Maybe we get back out of this hole. This is typical Bitcoin, though. Really is. And it's great too. And I even tell everybody on the stream, if I'm talking about any type of macro analysis, don't just joke along with me. Have some fun. Don't try to pin this thing down, man. It'll make you look like a total jackass. It will, and it does every day to people. It's pretty funny. But I like to meddle around up in there some. It's not like I won't do it. But it's powerful, you know. I mean, this was a nice run on the weekly. It was hovering above the 1SD for a while, and I was like, it's probably going to hold up there. And then, man, we just plop down below. This is important. This is a strong area here, too. Not only are we sitting on top of that weekly price action volatility range, we're talking about two different Laplace distribution projections. And man, they've come together. The 95.4 Laplaces are together right here. This is pretty strong. It's a high probability this price action moves back up to the top side. Doesn't have to. Like I said, Bitcoin will take that 4.6% chance and make you look like a fool. And it'll break through the 95.4 and come down into these lower weekly distribution levels on this current candle. If that happens, oh boy, this is going to get real interesting. Like I said, right? It wouldn't surprise Bitcoin is not going to surprise me doing anything. So, but it has pulled back. What is it, like 65%? Some of the altcoins are down. Most of the altcoins are down like 85%. Yeah, about 62, 63. I checked Ethereum earlier. That shit coin, it's down 65.
Yeah, tons.
Solana's down 85. There was a bunch of stuff down like in between 85 and 90.
Yeah.
So, can we go down farther? Of course we can. It all boils down to, are there more sellers or are there more buyers? That's what it boils down to. Let's take a peeky poo here. Yeah, wow. It was literally just today. Look at all the buy pressure on the 4 hour, right? That little run up, what, 2,500, $3,000 or something? Run up. There's still a lot of buy pressure. But I mean, you see all this buy pressure right here? This is what you got. I mean, it looks good, right? And there's not really a lot of sell pressure. It started to legitimately get evened up on these candles.
Yeah.
But look at the velocity and the acceleration of it. Which this is taking it deep to another level, right? I mean, this indicator's old as hell, and I'm still trying to learn it. But it's important. Where all that sell pressure, it's to the downside. But as what that does, it starts to create some divergence. Because that's all divergence is. It's imbalance of buy and sell pressure. The hell are you? There you are. So if we go to the 4-hour, what the hell is happening over here? Like I said, right? That whole time, let's see right here. Yeah. I mean, built bear div. So this is going to be interesting to see if this does pop out of the hole. I mean, all these fishers are on a mission to the downside, though. I'll tell you that right now. And this log return Z score was way high. That correlation just flat. Volatility is contracting. I love those outliers.
Fine day for ranging.
Yeah, for sure. And we're like right around the reverse mean, right? We took off a little bit on the daily from it, pulled back. Now we're under. We're under. Let's see here. Definitely building some hidden bull div in the daily.
Yep. On DLP, AOR.
Yeah, I took it off my chart earlier too. I was messing with the Fisher. I got to add it back on. Another one of our favorite indicators. Deviation log pro. Fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, see, but right, I got a lot of heart. I'm right back up here on the high time frames, getting ready to spit out what I think is going to happen. Or let's put it this way: I really like what I'm seeing in this log return Z score. I do. There was definitely a lull in the volatility. What's even happening up here higher? Yeah, I mean these log return Z scores on these macro time frames. I'm telling you, man, this is where I'm telling you, the fucking low is in. There, if it's not already in, it's near. It's near, for sure. I mean, on the weekly here, these fish just getting taxed.
Yeah.
We got the low length turning up.
Could there be more pain? Of course, there could be more pain for the holders and longs, but at some point,
I'll be honest, right? I need to see these fishers turning up, man, for sure, 100%. You got the low length one turning up, and it has crossed. I was doing some work earlier, reading this indicator the way I've set it up, and I saw some really interesting stuff. Really, this is just 4 different lengths, 4 different widths, so I know which one's which, right? Low length, thicker, leading into higher lengths that are skinnier. All the way from a 3 to a 33. 3, 9, 21, 33. For anybody wondering. No smoothing, no nothing. Pure Fisher. And boy, oh boy, man, it's pretty cool. Especially with divergence. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So, yeah, that's why we trade low time frame volatility, right? Because you never know what these. I mean, a very high percentage of liquidity in this market is being run by these bots, man. And hey, the sells are turned on right now. At least this last day, they were pumping on the top side. I really liked what I was seeing in price action, and then typical Bitcoin.
Yeah. that nice volatility.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's great to get a sense of what's going on, what's likely to happen at the beginning of any trading day, and then as you go through the time frames, actually, as you go through the minutes of each trade on the low time frames, you're like, yeah, it can turn around on you back and forth throughout the day like crazy, and it's awesome. It's very impressive. You know, that's why we don't sit in trades forever either. Take your profits, right? Early and often. 'Cause, man,
Yes.
it's so easy to be wrong. It's so easy to be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, the daily outlier kind of just got stifled out, man.
Yeah.
And just gave that whole move away. I mean, that's
And it's like on the one hand, it's like it's kind of, you look at it now and in retrospect, whenever you look at data in retrospect, of course it's everything's clearer. But even as you're reading it, and when you see such a huge volatility expansion like we did the other day, 2 days ago or something, the likelihood is you're going to see a huge contraction at some point too. Those just going to stair step it down. But there's always the probability that it can, what goes up will come down, not because of gravity,
people are like, but why?
just because of
Why does
math.
that? That's what volatility does, baby.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what
the-
volatility does.
Yep.
Returns. They mean revert.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
And the price action just follows. That's all.
Yeah. Turns mean revert. Bong bubble.
Mhm.
Powerful. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Sayron, shoot a question. They're probably all sleeping at their keyboards. All these guys, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate you guys hanging out.
Yeah, man. Dude, I've seen this chart today and everything else, and my dog
Yeah,
woke me up.
nice. Ask a question, my friend. All right. Got the IMARS and Sayron typing. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yasha's ready. We got our tool belt on.
Whip out my Pearson correlation.
I I know you did. Well, I mean that's a given. I know you're chilling.
Yeah.
You are a chiller. Hopefully one day we meet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yes. Chill, chill. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, for sure, Mark. And you'll see, dude. You come in this chat, there's no wrong questions. You come in general and you ask whatever.
Yeah.
You'll have definitely people helping you understand this. But yeah, it takes work.
What's
It
this
takes
button do? Yeah, for sure, man. Always happy to help answer any questions about this stuff. And
yeah,
again,
this
welcome, IMARS.
yeah, all the streams are recorded. If you're tired, go to sleep, brother.
Yeah.
You can watch them. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Back
Oh, we'll post a link in YouTube. You'll see it in the public channel, and there's a YouTube streams channel as well. You'll see it there, IMARS. There you go. And if you're not already subscribed to the socials or whatever, if you do, you'll see it there too. Yeah, you can definitely catch it later if you want.
You know, it's super crazy, Yash, and you'll see if you set that freaking Fisher up, like I said, or whatever, you'll see, man, when these babies, when they're all linking up, you're trending. Entropy's trending, especially to the top side. It's crazy. I've been kind of studying. It's like usually when the fisher's coming to the downside, it's like entropy will be contracting, going back up into randomness. It's so crazy seeing how all this works together with entropy, different things. It's not every time. Right here, you're getting an expansion. So it's tricky, but a lot of the time, it's
Yeah, that's where the thing is. You got to look through. Like we always tell people, like look for those confluences. You got to have at least a few or more.
yeah.
It goes straight. A few or more on the primary, like the main, the most important ones, and everything after that's usually gravy. But yeah, where you see those little differences, right? That's where that volatility is lurking, and that's where it's making really the difference for you in a
Yeah.
way. So
Yeah, cool. Another member drifted in. That's awesome. That's what we do here, man. We're not trying to sell anybody on anything. We're doing what we do. You either
yeah,
see it or you don't. You want to understand it. That's why, you know.
for sure. Yeah, if folks want to learn this stuff, they're more than welcome. But they want to give up or not learn it at all. Well, all right. We need liquidity, so it's all right.
I literally talk people out of getting, the higher package. I'm like, yeah, let's not do that, man. Just come on in, see if you like it. We'll give you a few volatility indicators. Get the vibe of the Discord, read everything, go through stuff. You got a month. Then, if you want to proceed, I tell people I don't nerd everybody. You know me by now. That's why I run people the wrong way. I don't nerf anything, especially in trading. It kills me. People like that have no business being in this environment. People that want to make this stuff seem easier than it is and try to make just by just bullshitting people. Oh, don't worry. Yeah, you'll be good. Oh no, your money's safe. It's insanity, man.
Yeah,
You nerf corners in this shit. And I even tell people, I'm like, the learning curve on this is steep. Come in here, right? $10 a month. See if you like it first. No hard feelings. It's not the easiest thing to learn, but if you stick it out and you do it, just like I said, usually around a year, if you stick with it, things start clicking. You start seeing stuff. It can happen a lot quicker if you're staring at charts all day long. But first off, you got to understand the basic fucking philosophy, the whole thing. You got to understand about everything we're talking about. What is a deviation level? What is entropy? What is volatility? You got to know what the hell the things are. Yeah. Then just fly the ship. Don't worry about how they're made. That's another little trap people get into. They want to know how. How?
yeah. Math. That's how. It's like you can go learn that math. Takes some years to go figure it out, but
Well,
most
math.
of the time, like, do you worry about how the car is built that you drive, or do you actually just want to know how to drive it well? Because if you're a car engineer, mechanical engineer, and all that stuff, we'll go knock yourself out and start making cars. But most people just want to know how to drive it properly. So it's the same thing with these tools, really. Yeah. Want to fly the jet, learn to be a pilot.
So then I'll get some funny DMs. People are like, oh, so you know math.
Yeah.
I just laugh.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't. Some of it,
Yeah.
sure, because I've been studying all this for years now. But deep down, getting into the nitty gritty, no, not a clue. I know where I fit in here. I fly the stealth fighter.
Yeah.
The engineers build the damn thing. I don't care how it works. But another thing, it takes time. You got to trust what you're seeing in the indicators. People get so gun shy from using traditional TA over the years because you can't trust that shit. It's all lagging anyway. Wonder why people are just scrambling nonstop. You go in a regular trading Discord, it's a fucking circus. Everybody's arguing what's better to use, and
Yeah.
nobody's right about anything.
And they're all scared of anything under a 1 hour time frame or a 4 hour time frame. God
Yeah,
forbid they look at a 15-minute or lower.
yeah, they want to swing trade their volatility.
Yeah. And that's the thing is we can with these tools, the beauty of it is the lower the time frame, the faster you see it happening and the faster you can learn to trust the indicators because you see that they actually work really well.
Yeah, it's
And
beautiful.
just to learn, just to look and learn, right? Like you don't even have to at first trade low time frames or anything, but you can see it happening quicker, obviously, and they work
Yeah,
remarkably well. Yeah, I mean, look at that. This just
the 1 minute. Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
such a great time frame. And you can
Fucking
just,
crazy on the 1 minute.
yep.
You will literally anybody you let in on your little freaking what you do, they're just going to look at you like you're some type of robot. There hasn't been many that have sat in one of my trading sessions, but when I'm done, they're just like, "What the fuck just happened there?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell people. You better know what you're doing. It's not just about reading the indicators. It's about operating the exchange. It's about fucking. You got to be fast. Man.
Yeah.
There's a reason why people have bots. But if you want a real bot like these HFT firms, it's costing you a small fortune to have a developer build these things. So not everybody has that. And somebody will think their bot's sophisticated, but then there's a way more sophisticated bot that'll trick their bot. I mean, it's just crazy. It is such a battle going on. And then you think you're going to get in on this, start trading it using traditional TA. It's just hilarious. It's like, good luck, man. That's all I got to say. Now, if you just got money to blow, you're a little gambler or whatever, knock yourself out. If it's not going to affect your life by losing money, trading and stuff, go have fun. If that's what you have fun doing, if that's your adrenaline rush, is losing money,
I mean,
knock
you
yourself
go to
out.
Vegas, dude. You go to Vegas or Macau or something and have some real fun.
I want to really gamble. Yeah, man. Let's go drinking some bourbon and go to the blackjack table. Look for a couple deck table, high limit, nobody's sitting there, and it's you and the fucking dealer, and I'm playing four fucking hands. So there you go. You want to go to Vegas and win? If you know how to play blackjack, do that right there. Your odds increase tremendously. You're not dealing with a bunch of dickheads at your table that don't know how to play blackjack and fucking everything up. Just like poker, man. That's why a lot of people go into poker, right? Because it's not like that. You're counting on people fucking up and giving tells and she, people think that's what I love too. People think they're going to go in the poker room. They think they've been playing their little game on Sundays with their buddies. They're going to go in the poker room, the casino, and make some money. Dude, there's sharks in there going to eat you up.
Yeah.
They're going to have you down in a couple hands. They're going to be reading you like a fucking book. It's not easy. Blackjack's sweet though. Blackjack's sweet. And you'll notice too, because they know what you're doing. They know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Dude, trust me, that's security. If you're walking around looking at tables, dude, they're already watching you. They're watching everybody.
Yep.
And they see you, they know exactly. They see you, find a single dealer, high limit, it's a couple deck table, you're playing four hands. They've got eyes on you. They are watching you to see if you're counting cards, if they even think you're counting cards. They'll start bringing in coolers. They'll change the dealer on you every five hands if they have to. They will piss you off until you just leave the casino. They don't give a shit. They know what you're doing. So you got to be good. You got to be real good.
Yep. Yeah, man. Casino. I mean, at least the casinos are like an entertainment experience. If you go to a real
Yeah.
casino and all, it's like, all right, well, at least you got that out of it. Like, you're gonna go put some money, go have fun doing that. You just want to sit in front of a screen and burn money. I mean,
Yeah.
there's frankly easier ways and more fun ways to do it than staring at charts if you just want to lose money. But,
So,
but yeah, if you want to take your shot at it without knowledge, go ahead. But it's not recommended. And like the best thing to do is to learn how to trade properly. And literally what you're looking at right now are the tools that help people do that. Like, That's just amazing. The
And when
hoops people will go through to lose stuff.
and when you're up, ask the dealer you want to talk to the pit boss, and tell the pit boss you want some buffet coupons, and you want to get a room uh, credited. Do that when you're up, because they ain't gonna give it to you when you if you go down. They'll
Right.
give you anything.
Yep.
They want you to stay at the hotel if you're up big. They will give you free hotel rooms if you ask. Most people don't.
Just like the crypto exchanges will give you free bonus money if you're having a lot of losses. Give you free extra leverage, and you got a big account, no problem. We'll throw on more play money for you that you can use to lose your trades. And
Yeah,
notice on most of those exchanges, you can't even cash it out. You can just use it to pay your trading fees.
right.
That's game worked out.
How is this going to be? The boomers have a discussion about gambling and trading.
Well, I mean, there are some similarities, obviously, but what we do is I would not call this gambling. I mean, it's
Well, no, I'm talking about
you know, yeah. No, I'm saying like exactly like this is what we're doing is this is purely not gambling. Like, but you got to still know how to read probabilities and all that. But this is very different from sitting down at a casino table.
Well, I would say it's gambling where you're allowed to count cards, and not only that, you don't have to play the hand if you don't want to. If you get in it and you don't like the way the cards are rolling, you can just get right out. You don't even have to put your money down.
Well,
So it's way better than gambling.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, exactly. It's not gambling because you can manage your risk a whole lot different.
Yep.
For sure.
JDM you about any NFT mints, just block them.
Just what?
Just block them. And if you do get rugged, I got a wallet you could send to me.
Yeah. Oh, I got a wallet. It's got your name all over it, buddy. Bilbo's rug pulls.
Come and join me on a little magic carpet ride.
Gotta love it.
We love teasing each other.
Magic internet JPEGs.
Definitely gonna be watching you. Man, my Angels End MJ.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why we haven't even looked at anything like SPY or anything, markets or other cryptos. We've just been on the Bitcoin today, huh? That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
In-depth Bitcoin content.
In-depth. I mean, I did show the VRE earlier a little bit on SPY.
Oh, right.
Going on. Dumped out, pumped up, ended up the day down. Going to be interesting to see pre-market, see if it's going to dump out. The Bitcoin just hangs around down here about this weekly range all night. Yeah, it's going to be. This is not what you want to see down. You want to see this thing get the hell up out of here. Like, there's a lot of buying going on. There was some support over here when it initially hit, but I'll tell you what, we're about to find out because it's going to come down and test this area. The 68.3 Laplace on the daily to the downside is at the bottom of the weekly range right now. It's a good little target for a wiki poo. Let's see, what you think on sound today like yesterday? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I really wasn't analyzing the charts too much yesterday. But yeah, for sure. There was a lot of good trades on the top side. Hell, the last, 3-4 days. Yeah, there were some good trades. Today, to the top side, I probably wouldn't have been touching them for 10-foot pole, man. I mean, you got maybe, if you're talking about the 5-minute, there was some trades. I'm not saying I wouldn't have taken any, but from what I'm seeing right here, there was only like these couple. I'm sure these were definitely popping because of some low time frame divs.
before the dump, it was, I mean, before the bigger dump at the market open, there were a couple of, a nice
Yep.
little 5 minutes for sure. But all in all, it was quite a down day, obviously.
Yeah. But if I'm starting to trade, say run, I'm right here. So at the most, only a couple, maybe a couple. I mean, on the 5 minute, there was probably actually about four nice trades. But holy
Good.
crap, there was some good action to the downside.
Yeah, it was a good day for shorts.
Great areas to take profit too. Great areas to take profit. I mean, hell, you got this weekly R1 level, you got the first standard deviation level, you got the weekly range level. I mean, that's this move right here is 3 trades chopped up on the 5 minute. You probably did. You probably were able to grab that one. I don't
Yep.
know about this, man. That was quick. That was heading down. You'd have been after me good to get in on that.
No, but you got in uh, before it changed over on that 4 hour and just kept falling. So you were able to get in. I was able to get in on the top side short from the market open. Let it run down, hit past the first target, and when it bounced right back up, just reposition for another short because it just followed through. So I mean, it was definitely tradable, especially if you're on the 5 minute
Right.
for sure. Yeah, it was definitely.
Yeah, I mean, we had that little bit of buy pressure on the daily start leaking in over those last 4 days, but Jiminy Christmas, man, there's still not a lot. You know that. Still not a lot. Weekly. This week, though, I mean, this is starting to build. This is due to the downside. Let's see what happens, man. Goodness gracious. Chat, for anybody listening for the first time, or just, I'll just nail it home if it's your 100th time. You just gotta be careful. Trade low time frame volatility. You can't go wrong. Was this?
And avoid leverage as much as possible.
Yeah. There's no leverage is for very markets that have negligible volatility. There is none. That's why you use leverage. That's why Forex markets, hell, some of those damn places, they'll give you 500x, 1,000x leverage.
Yep. Commodities markets for sure.
It's insane. That's a shit moves like molasses.
Right. Well, I mean,
So,
how much do you expect when you're trading soybeans or rice? Price can't be that volatile. It's a staple food.
it'll go
So you need to give your leverage.
down the fucking history. These exchanges offering 100x leverage on this volatile asset.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a scam. You are just you are just leading people to the slaughter. It's insanity. And it's always the people, oh, I'm gonna get rich today. Oh, I know what I'm doing.
And
I
people
know
think that they're all smart. Like 100x means I could do 1% off and I'll be I don't get liquidated. It's a 1% off. First of all, 1% in Bitcoin at 100x is like really small. You're gonna get wrecked real quick. And also, if it moves even a 0.5%, you're wrecked because of trading fees. So you lose that 0.5%, that and plus another 0.5%, you're already out and you lost your whole position. It's crazy.
kids will throw $100 in their account and go 100x.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy. And Binance is your 125. I mean, that's nuts.
Like, oh, we lost $100. And I'm like, have you ever withdrawn any money from your trading account? Crickets.
Exactly. If you're not taking out money from your trading account, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly.
The only time you should be putting money in there is because you have capital. You want to just bulk up your account to make more gains, not because you need to pay off some debt or something, or because you need to, you're afraid to run out of capital on your account. If you have to top up because you need to, it's different than if you have to top up because you want to. Very big difference.
Very big.
Yeah.
That ain't interesting. So MJ, going into the end of the stream, is there any good hyped up rugs that you've got on the radar?
I don't know. Let me pull up the list that you gave me earlier.
Some high thread count, handmade rugs.
It's got to be 50,000 Discord members, at least like little 20, 30,000 Twitter followers.
Here's one perfect for you. It's called Degen Islands.
Docs. Now everybody says they're docs.
Yeah, I know. It's funny.
Fucking, you can get new documents for fucking $1,000, man. Nobody's doxed. It's easy to get new info if you really want it.
Yeah.
So,
Especially in the information age.
but yeah, anyway, the weekly candle got decimated. It was a beaut. I mean, go to the stream yesterday. I was like, wow, I like this weekly candle. It definitely looks like a trend change to me, especially when you're down here and there's a 95.4% chance this price action is not going to close below these levels right here. So I'm like, 68.3% chance price action finds its ass back up here following the returns. And like I said, right, I already showed like on, what was it? I'm interested to see what's going to happen on this 4 hour. Price action going to kick back up out of the mud, mean revert. This is another thing, right? Look where the mean is up here, 30, 32. So I'm watching, I'm incorporating this new indicator in, right? We're all still working on it. You alpha traders will have it soon. It's definitely a cool indicator. It really is. It's not like, and that's what we continue to do. We're still grinding, trying to create that. Oh, I should hit the green button. Okay. Oh, I should hit the red button. Okay. We're working hard for you guys. Never ends. But the farther you dive down that rabbit hole, I think the closer you get to the realization that that's not a reality. That the best thing is just to create a workflow for yourself, understand volatility and entropy, definitely the distribution. This all works together. If you're going to become a full-time trader, you need to get yourself, definitely need to have you got to have these charts up on monitors. You don't have time to flip around in charts. These charts need to be up visible. When I'm trading, this chart's up, this chart's up, this chart's up. No doubt about it. And then I've got a couple monitors. I probably have 2 different screens of my exchange because I'm trading 2 assets, and I want to have those assets up. I'm not like long in Bitcoin and then happen on that damn tab. Okay, now I got to go to this other asset and put an order in. I'm doing it at the same time. So there's a lot that goes into it. Everybody wants to be a professional trader, but tell you what, again, good luck. You better be prepared to work hard, because the people you're up against, they never stop working. They're programmed. They're bots. And they got your number. You better have a tool set that's going to get you a little inside info of what's going on with the returns, with volatility, with entropy. Where is price action within the distribution of returns? It's telling you a lot. And that's what we do here at Alpha Trading. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Bilbo, you still haven't given us any alpha. Are we going to jump? You're going to go up. Go back to the stream yesterday. I said, I can guarantee you one thing. We got a tight weekly range. It's going to be very volatile. Price action is going to rise with volatility and fall with volatility this entire week. Salad days.
Yep.
This is going to be a great trading week. It's already started that way, for crying out loud. God, look at this 4 hour. I don't even have to bring up the 5 minute. Jesus, criminy. So many freaking good trades. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And then you don't need leverage. Even if you start for $1,000, do you realize if you're trading 3 days a week, you're setting aside 8 hours, 10 hours, you're learning, you're trading, you're getting all these trades, you're taking profits. You're going to have a Bitcoin in that account before you know it if you just keep plugging away. And then all of a sudden you're trading with the Bitcoin. And then maybe at some day you're trading with 5 Bitcoins and you're taking $100 profit. You're taking chunks like that, $200 trades on 5 Bitcoins. So now you're making 5 times what you were before trading with one. I mean, it's not unreachable, and anybody can do it. You just got to learn. You got to be patient. God, man.
And not
What
be so ignoring greed, trying to get there fast.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's young
it takes
kids,
time.
man.
Takes
They're
time.
just like, we got to do it now. And it's just like, man, you got your whole, you are blowing it. You're going to look back one day and be like, oh my God, if I were to just, instead of being a total fucking degen and losing every dime in these markets because I'm an idiot, I should have just been studying.
Yeah.
I'd be a professional trader right now. I wouldn't be working for anybody. Call me market maker.
Right.
You are a market maker. You need to understand what that is. You are making the market. You are
Well,
not freaking you're not buying or selling into other people's trades. That's another thing. These people come into the markets, they start trading. They don't even know what any of this is. It blows my mind how clueless people are. They've been marketing into positions their entire career. It's like, wow. Well, that'll catch up to you. Especially if you're scalping low time frames and shit. I'm telling you, unless you got it set up or you don't have any trading fees. I mean, the way to get it set up, you don't have any trading fees on your limit orders, and very low on market. That's what you want to get to. Then you're setting limit orders. You are the market maker. People are buying into your orders and people are selling into your orders. You're running with the algorithms. Smiles on your face. 11. You're not even listening to MJ's voicemails about NFTs. You're like, I don't need that shit. I'm trading these volatile markets. I'm good.
for sure. You don't need to be. You don't need to trade NFTs if you like to just scalp. That's for sure.
That's for sure. And our time is up, beautiful alpha traders. Our little bourbon fireside chat we had. We'll know a lot more tomorrow. Probably same time. I wanted to do a later stream. I wanted to see this shake out, see what happened at close. Nothing really, so I'm going to be getting up early and watching. We'll have a good stream tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See, boys.
Later.
See.